I'm Sean, founder of BondEsq Bookkeeping Services, and I'm going to give you a brief walkthrough of who I am, what I do, and how I help clients. You have in front of you a presentation pack, and that will give you pretty much a synopsis of what I am, who I serve, and how I can help businesses like yours. So let's get this going. Okay, so I am Sean, founder of BondEsq Bookkeeping Services. So I just want to separate myself from the business for the time being because it's important to give you a backstory of who I am, all right? And it helps with kind of like making the connections one way or the other. So I'm Sean. I do enjoy cars. I do love BMWs. I'll say that flat out, okay? I was born in Barbados. I studied in Toronto. I studied in Barbados as well. I used to work for the consulate. For those of you who don't know what a consulate is, it's an embassy. So I was stationed there in Toronto for quite a number of years. And then I transferred my life over to helping the industries like food and beverage and what have you. But that being said, I do love nature, I do love traveling, I do have a life where entertainment is part of it as well. Now, that being said, my wife. This is a story where my mom had Alzheimer's disease. For those of you who know someone who has Alzheimer's disease or dementia, it's not easy, right? And when you're dealing with a loved one who has this disease, it takes a toll on you. It affects you mentally, emotionally, financially, and pretty much, she was my beacon. I looked up to her for a lot of things that she did. My life was more or less modeled around her activity. And I made it my business to take what I've learned from her and apply it to my personal life. I watch how the caregivers give my mom the love, the attention, that empathy. And I noticed that a lot of businesses today do not give that approach to their clients. As a matter of fact, business owners or businesses tend to lead towards, let me get the sale, or let me just get this over and done with. But to me, that's the wrong approach. We have to be human first, and we have to have that empathy characteristic that we can apply to our daily lives as well as to our business. That being said, I built BondEsq around that, and that's where the core value came around. My approach to everything I do has to have that human element how I serve customers, and I believe it's important that we transfer those set of core values to helping businesses. What this represents is what I stand for. Again, it goes back down to that human element of why I built BondEsq, that human connection. That being said, what makes me different, or what makes us different, is first we speak human. We lead with empathy and we work how you work. Not all businesses are the same. Every business is different, right? Which means your service or your product is different, your hours are going to be different. So we work how you work. That being said, we solve financial problems. And who we work with are those in the food and beverage industry, high street retailers, online retailers like those e-com businesses. We also work with wholesalers. Content creators such as Lily, who works in the media industry, as well as Okar here, we work with you. And also trade people, as well as landlords and small and medium-sized construction companies. Now, there is a spotlight for those who are startups. Not all businesses work with startups, but we believe in giving startups the opportunity to grow, right? Now, what does that mean? I have goals, they have goals. My time is important, as so is theirs. I believe in investing in those who really, really want something for themselves and to help grow their company. That's why we start with those startups who are between 1 to 2 years. We want to work with you. It's important. All the way down to establish small and medium-sized companies whose annual turnover is between 500K to 2 million pounds a year. Okay? Our core services are divided into 4 essential services here. Start with compliance services. Start with bookkeeping and payroll, and business and advisory services. And finally, internal controls. I want to put a spotlight on what internal controls are, right? Every business at some point has to have a plan, a strategy to grow, right? What growth means for you might be different from what growth means for someone else. So that being said, there are a lot of companies who just do the transactions. Oh, I'm just, have money coming in, I have money going out. But what does that mean, right? And then in between there, you have those inefficiencies. There's cash flow problems, there's issues paying their VAT or paying the taxes on time. So then what we do is that we put the spotlight on that, and then we kind of delve into those numbers to say exactly where those inefficiencies are to help you get out of that situation. that being said, how we work is pretty straightforward. We have to listen. As business owners, it is essential to listen to our clients, right? You cannot solve any problem, doesn't matter what it is, but you can't solve any problem if you don't know what the pain point is. So we get you on a real talk call. Some of you may call it a discovery call, but we call it a real talk call. So we get you on a call and we listen, we understand what your pain points is. It's so important to listen, right? And then what we do is that we look into your numbers, and we do that by asking for your financial statements for a period of time, and then we do an analysis of what those leaks are. And then we tailor your accounting package or solutions to your business goals as well as to your personal goals, right? It is important because as a business owner, you have business goals and you also have personal goals. And what we do is we tie that together so that we continue to refine and to help you meet those goals. It's very important, right? And of course, we continue to refine and keep you up to date with providing reports and also letting you know what your actual live activity is, right? Of course, the outcome is to make sure that there's confidence and you are in full control. Now, what you get out, at BondEsq, we have 5 core values that is important to every business, right? We need to provide clarity to our clients. I was speaking with Tom this morning, and we had pretty much had the same thing where, we know our subject matter, but not every person is going to recognize or understand your terminology, right? It's so important that we speak, as Zoe said, just speak in plain English, speak in terms that your client would understand who you are, what you do, and how you can bring level of clarity, control, and confidence to them, right? Every person wants to grow. No person is in business to stay stagnant. It is important that you grow, right? And of course, freedom. That freedom that you can have, that you can travel, freedom to go wherever you want to go in life, whether it's to buy a BMW, in my case it's an M5, right? And of course, having a peace of mind. At the end of the day, you want to be able to go to bed, you want to sleep soundly, you don't want to be worried, oh, do I have money in the bank account to meet payroll? Do I have money in the bank account to cover this expense? You want to have a peace of mind at the end of the day. So we actually have 5 core values that we apply to our business and our clients. Now, we have a case study here. This is an actual one, and yes, I got permission to use it. When we met JW Catering Service, we looked at their situation. They had a negative cash flow balance, right? And they had missed the VAT payments. Their margins, what was happening is that their cost was ignited to their margins. What we looked at was their efficiencies were. And we said, okay, give us the opportunity to delve in to see where you're burning your cash, right? And how we can help you stop that hemorrhaging. So after a period of 3 months, we achieved a positive cash flow with them. We improved their gross margins by 10 percentage points, and we worked with them via HMRC. We liaised with HMRC to help them eliminate, in some cases, the tax penalties and reduce those penalties. And within a period of the second quarter, they were able to be compliant. We were able to help them to be more efficient in terms of filing on time, as well as they had no cash flow issues, right? So we enjoy helping our clients achieve success like this one, right? That being said, these are our clients. You can go on Google, you could find them. So I just took them and applied them here. So like Asbakar, who's in the entertainment industry, we also have clients who are in the retail sector. We have jewelry owners, and these are what our clients are actually saying about BondEsq, right? Hopefully that this would help you reach out to others who are in this sector that we can help as well. Yeah, Fulham Boys School is so important. Now, why I chose Fulham Boys School? Well, number one, yes, I'm in the area, but I chose Fulham Boys School because I believe in giving back to the community. I have a saying, where there's no unity, there's no community, right? So, that being said, I believe in giving back to the students. So we have Cara and we have Selena here from the Fulham Boys School. And you heard Cara mention about the Breakfast Club. So that's essential because someone gave me a chance, and I believe in giving back the chance to these students in this case. So my focus really is inspiring these future students, okay, building relationships with them and opening career paths. This week alone, I actually had interviews with about 10 students this week. Of course, these students are fantastic. Give them a chance. They have the Breakfast Club, which I'm very interested in getting involved, and I want other businesses such as ours to get involved as well. Okay? And that being said, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. And you can feel free to reach out to me here or scan the QR code. Look at all the free resources that we offer to businesses. And that includes the tax tools. Feel free to reach out to me again. That's me, Real Talk, Plain Numbers, Real Results. And thank you.